Hey guys, today I'm going to show you guys, if you have Windows 11, how to calibrate and use HDR with your games, especially pinball and stuff. Now, if you have Windows 10, don't even bother. But Windows 11, you watch how easy it is to set this up. Um, my It's gonna be hard to tell on my phone because my phone is enhancing. It's adding HDR. So I have three HDR screens. Right, there's the OLED. That's an OLED, and that's not an OLED, but it supports HDR, and that's a piece of crap up there. All right, but I have to dial in that screen. I haven't done it yet, whereas I did on those two, which is why it's nice and crisp and whatever we're looking. So what you do is you're going to go into the Windows Store, right? You just click it right down on your taskbar, probably is, and you're going to look for the Windows HDR calibration tool. All right, I think it costs $1. Right, it actually 3.5 stars. It used to have 1 point something stars because people didn't know what they were doing when they saved it. I wrote a couple of reviews and showed people how to do it. But anyway, you paid $1. If it's free, it's free. So then you open it and you get this window. And what you do is you just drag this window to whatever screen you're going to calibrate. And we'll make it full screen there. If it's hard for you guys to see, I apologize. I'm trying to do this. Let me see if I can zoom in. It gets blurry when I zoom in, but at least you'll get an idea. I made the cursor pink. You should be able to see it. All right. You make sure that you have HDR turned on. That you do that right by right-clicking on the desktop in Windows, choosing the screen that you want. That's important. You have 4 screens or whatever. You might have 2 or 3, but make sure you click on that screen, and then you turn on HDR right in Windows. Okay. So once it'll actually tell you right here if you don't have HDR turned on, it'll have an error and it won't let you begin. So let's just get started. All right. So it starts you off with a square here, and what your goal is to make it look like this one and not with the X. And here's your little your bar that you drag so that you can let me turn the light off there so that you can set the brightness and everything correctly. So you want to just do it until you can't see it anymore. And there you go, it's gone. Almost all the way, but not totally. And then you just come over here, you go to next. Some people's screens are going to be so off that you won't even see this bar because it'll be so blurred out. But so now this one, as you can see, you got to make it so it's just one white box. So this does your whites and brights. We'll pull it up until it's. Go back a little more, and that looks good right there. Next. All right. Let's see what bring this over. Past. That looks good to me. All right. Now, the top picture is standard HDR photo. The bottom is an HDR photo. And I don't know if you could tell. I know it's tough because you're looking at it with a camera, a cell phone camera. But with the HDR, you see these clouds are nice and bright, but you can't really see the sun because it's so like washed out, like the detail. So what you want to do is come over here, and this is basically you just want to like set it to whatever you think is best. So even for standard def, if you look at the tail on the airplane, when I change this, watch the standard def. It should see how nice and blue it got. That's not even a high def picture. That's all. So this is the high def picture, which looks beautiful. But you could actually see right here. I'm zoomed in, so it's not going to be clear for you, but you could see the sun. I mean, if I zoom out and then try and get close, it's hard for you to see. Well, now I'm blocking to something else. It's hard for you to see because you got to zoom in. But like the detail and everything, it stops all the washed out part. And then let me just put this down. Then you just go here, you hit next. And then this is the part that everyone, for some reason, can never figure out. And what you want to do is just name this. And you'll see it's naming it for the specific monitor. And I'm just going to name it backglass. HDR on. So backglass HDR on is what I'm going to save this as, and then right over here you click finish, and you close it, and you can see, look at that, boom, it's beautiful looking. Now what everyone complained about and stuff is where you save these, I saved my settings, and every time I restart the computer, there is, it's not, I have to do it again and stuff. That's not true. All you have to do is let me zoom out here. You right click anywhere on any desktop, on any screen. I'm just do it right here on a desktop, right? You go to display settings, right? Now you can choose whatever screen you want to do it on, but so we just did the back glass, that's this one. So I have that highlighted. You scroll down. As you can see, HDR is turned on, and look right above it, color profile. Backglass HDR on, and you can make a bunch of them if you want. If you happen to change settings or something, you just click this and that's it. If you're on a different screen, as I said earlier, say I want my playfield, you just scroll down, and as you can see, look, here's my color profile saved right there, and you can change different profiles. So people, because they didn't rename their thing to something, they just overlooked this whole area and thought that it wasn't being saved. And it was. You don't have to keep doing it. You do it once and it's done. And now you can use HDR on screens with and without HDR. If you have a NVIDIA graphics card, you're lucky enough you can turn on HDR and it'll actually make it look almost as good The AI on the new NVIDIA cards do a really good job of making it look almost HDR, even though it's not. You know what I'm saying? So, as you can see, like this color, like you're supposed to see this around the color. It's not like blooming, as you can see by the other items. And that's it. That's all you have to do to calibrate your screens that you're going to use HDR with. And just remember, you have to do it for each screen that you have your HDR. You're gonna do that for. All right, guys. Take care. Hope it helps you guys. There's no sense having a OLED and all that stuff if you can't use HDR. So it looks good too on virtual VPX. Obviously, Pinball FX, the new one, supports HDR. So don't forget that you can go in now and turn HDR on, since you're now going to be able to use it. All right. Talk to you guys later. Peace.